What's up, everybody? I'm back. Look, today I'm going to talk to you finally about what happened to me 9 years ago. Crazy ass stuff happened to me 9 years ago about spirituality and conspiracies. I'm going to talk about it right now, okay? Everything I say is 100% true. I'm not lying or bullshitting you in any way, okay? It's all freaking happened for real 9 years ago. First, a bit of backstory, okay? How it all started, okay? So 9 years ago, about 3 years before that, I was at a community college. I was 18. I was at a community college, the second semester. I met this guy, Sheldon. He was about 26 at the time. And we met in a philosophy class of all places, right? And he was in the army. He was in Iraq. And we got to talking. And at first, like, he was doing these martial arts, and the guy could hit you and throw you around like beyond his size. Like, you didn't think he'd be able to do that with his size. He's like a tall, skinny guy, so beyond his size. And I was like, wow, I should probably learn some of this stuff. So he started training me in a bit of martial arts. Okay, and it was, he did a kind of Bruce Lee style, like a Jeet Kune Do, some Japanese jiu-jitsu, like wrist locks, things like that, chokes. And the Qigong, like energy arts, you know, like cultivating Qi energy, all that stuff, whatever, right? And so that's how it started. And then about 3 years went by, and we kind of didn't see too much of each other, just kind of doing our own thing. All right, 3 years went by. And so now, or 4 years, whatever, I'm 22 now, okay? I'm 22. And this guy is going to sound very unbelievable, very fucking crazy, but he developed like psychic abilities and very powerful energy work abilities, okay? Other people who are psychic or whatever, they said he progressed, he advanced more in a year than most people do in their entire lives, okay? And so I went to his house at night. I sat in a chair. He waved it, he put his two fingers right up to my forehead like this, okay? And it felt like he was moving my brain around with his fingers, like reaching into my brain and like moving it around with his fingers. It's kind of uncomfortable. And then he just waved his hands over me, or waved this big crystal over me. Sounds very fucking unbelievable, okay? And then he felt like he was like microwaving my brain. I had kind of a slight headache, kind of like it was like he just microwaved my brain, okay? And then we both went into seizures. We both started going into seizures like this. And after that, I was fine. And after that, it was just indescribable. I can't even describe it. I felt a kind of euphoria. Just indescribable, man. Okay? And this story is going to sound so fucking crazy. Some other things that happened. He got into this weird channeling state where he was kind of sitting there. He's like, I'm John, just call me John, or something like that. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And so is he channeling something right now? So I was like, I started asking him questions. He was like, I started asking him who killed JFK, okay? And I got some answers. I got some answers on who killed JFK. He said like Franklin Knox killed JFK, and William Birmingham ordered it, and that there was like one shooter, that it had to be several spotters because it had to be timed, and it was a different building than Oswald was in, the book depository building. And so he did all this stuff. Then he kind of got out of his trance. I was like, dude, are you fucking with me right now? He's like, no, what the fuck? He was like, I was in this cool place. It was sort of in this meditative state where I saw a Merkaba, which is one of those, it's kind of like a Star of David, but in three-dimensional form, a star tetrahedron. He's like, I was this cool place. I saw a Merkaba. I was like, what the hell is going on? So anyways, 45 minutes later, we're out in his backyard, okay? We're out in his backyard, and no joke, a military helicopter flies towards us, okay? At night, just a military helicopter flies towards us, turns on a spotlight directly onto both of us, okay? And it flies overhead. So the spotlight wasn't on, and it turns it on directly onto both of us as it flies overhead. And we can both confirm it wasn't a police helicopter. It's nothing like any helicopter I've ever seen, any aircraft I've ever seen, okay? It had these three red capsule-shaped lights. Imagine like a pill capsule, but laid out horizontally in a triangle, okay? In a fucking triangle with a white blinking tail light. And it just flew overhead. I saw Sheldon start to kind of lose his cool for a bit. I was kind of freaking out. I was like, what the hell? Is there like SWAT teams outside ready to take us down right now or something? But there weren't. It was fine. And Okay, what proceeded for the next 3 days was probably like the most intense drug trip of my life, to describe it somehow. And like, after the helicopter, I was able to drive home. I was still able to drive home. And the next day started off normal enough. It started off as a normal enough day. I was living with my parents. I was like, oh my God, conspiracy stuff is real, spiritual stuff is real. Oh my God, what the fuck? So later that night, things started to ramp up again, get a lot more intense. At first it was cool. It was awesome at first. I felt this euphoria. I felt like my mind was working in ways it never worked before. Like I felt like a genius. Like my mind was just, if I asked the mind a question, all these answers would start coming in. All these answers would just start coming in. And I thought I felt like some sort of genius. Like if I was in Vegas right now, I could probably win a lot of money or something, you know? And then like, I saw some more strange aircraft, just put it that way, in the backyard, and I started kind of freaking out a bit, like this is too much, this was crazy. And while I was still coherent and able to talk to my parents, they bought lottery tickets. And at the time, I was afraid that we would actually win the lottery right now. That we would actually win it, because it seemed completely possible in this state. I was like, I wouldn't be able to handle that right now if we actually won the lottery right now, because it seemed completely possible that we could win right now. Okay? But after that, things got a lot more intense. Okay? This energy download was interacting with my body, and it was started to become a very unpleasant interaction. Put it that way. I was like having seizures on the floor. I had a fever. And at one point I thought I was gonna die. I actually called Sheldon up. I'm like, Sheldon, am I gonna die? He's like, no, you're not gonna die. I was like, well, holy fucking shit. Alright. So this lasted for about 2-3 days. And it was very unpleasant, to put it that way. So part of the download was good, it was awesome. The rest was very, very unpleasant. But 2-3 days later, I'm fine again. I'm normal again, right? And at first, I'm like free. It was so intense. I was like, holy fucking shit. It took me a few days after that just to get myself back to normal after something like that. But it proved to me beyond a shadow of a doubt that spirituality is real. Conspiracy theories are real. Conspiracies is not a fucking theory, dumb motherfuckers. So look, all of the mainstream scientists, all of the psychiatrists, all of the doctors or whatever, they're all fucking wrong. All of them are wrong. Arrogant ass motherfuckers, all of them wrong, man. All of them wrong, you know? That's crazy, isn't it? The science and spirituality are one. That's unbelievable, crazy ass freaking stuff, man. Think about it. Think about it. I haven't done any of this crazy spiritual stuff in a long time because I've been living kind of a normal life, a secular, normal life. I don't know if I'll ever go back to it because, I don't know, it's like, this stuff, Christians will say it's demonic. They'll say all this stuff is demonic. Not if you do it right. Not if you do it right. You have to come from a place of love when you do it. But also like a place of no fear. You kind of got to be pretty brave to do it because if something goes wrong, you might go insane and lose your mind. Alright? And this is a path that's not easy at all. It's a path that Sheldon's still on. He's, I admire him for that. He's like a freaking astronaut, man. He's like a freaking some sort of astronaut going on this crazy path. Shit. I just live a pretty normal life right now, man. I kind of did lose my mind before, alright? But this stuff is real. It showed me that this stuff is real. So why don't I sound like a typical New Ager? Why don't I look and sound like a typical New Ager? It's a tough world we're living in, man. We kind of incarnated here into a war zone, you know? kind of incarnated here into a war zone, you know. I'm not gonna like blow smoke up your ass and tell you it's all love and light, because it's not. Look around you. Look around you right now. Does this look like it's all love and light to you, man? I don't think so, you know. You kind of got to be tough to survive, man, you know. So, I mean, that's what's going on. That's what happened 9 years ago. As of right now, I hope people wake up to these conspiracies and the truth, because they're trying to roll out a highly technological surveillance and police state right now. The New World Order, the tech giants, the tech companies are evil. They're all part of it. They're trying to roll out a highly technological surveillance and police state in the coming years. And if people don't wake up to it, I'm not sure what's going to happen, man. I couldn't tell you for sure, but as of right now, it looks like people need to wake up, wake the hell up to it, you know. Stop living your life as brainwashed sheep, because that's what they want you to live as. That's what schools, the media, churches, society, they condition you to live a brainwashed sheep life until you die. You know? So what are you going to do with your life? If you're going to die at the end anyway, what are you going to do with it? You know, live a brainwashed sheep life your whole life, you know? Or find out the truth and start exposing the truth. And look, I still live a pretty normal life too. I'm still here too, still feet on the ground here in the real world too, man. You know, but this crazy stuff is real too. This crazy spiritual stuff, man. So, I don't know, that's kind of what it is. Alright, I mean, I guess that's enough for this video for right now. In the next one, I can break this stuff down even further. Discuss about more details about this crazy spiritual stuff. And so, yeah, that's what I'm probably going to do, man. Alright, guys, thank you for listening to this. Stay tuned for the next video. Alright, talk to you later.